Welcome to this channel. Today we are going to explore Venezuela, South America, land of contrast. Before we go into the video, please subscribe this channel and press bell button to get notifications of upcoming videos. Now we go into the video. Venezuela is a country located in the northern part of South America, bordered by the Caribbean Sea to the north, Colombia to the west, Brazil to the south, and Guyana to the east. The country has a total area of approximately 916,000 square kilometers and a coastline of about 2,800 kilometers. Venezuela's terrain is characterized by a mix of mountains, forests, and coastal plains. The Andes Mountains run along the western border, while the Orinoco River Delta dominates the eastern part of the country. The climate is generally tropical with a rainy season from May to October and a dry season from November to April. Venezuela has a population of around 34 million people, with the majority living in urban areas. The capital city, Caracas, is the largest city and accounts for about 25% of the country's population. Venezuelans are predominantly mestizo descents with a mix of indigenous, Spanish, and African ancestry. The country has a relatively high literacy rate, with over 90% of the population able to read and write. Venezuela is home to several natural features, including the Orinoco River, which is one of the longest rivers in South America. The country is also home to the highest waterfalls in the world, Angel Falls, located in the Canaima National Park. The park is also home to the Gran Sabana Beratu, which features a unique landscape of flat-topped mountains and valleys. Venezuela has a mixed economy with a strong focus on oil production and exportation. The country has the longest oil reserves in the world and is founding member of the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC. However, the country has struggled with economic instability, hyperinflation, and shortages of food and medicine in recent years. Venezuela is a federal republic with a president serving as both head of state and head of government. The country has a multi-party system with several major parties competing for power. However, the country has experienced significant political instability in recent years, with widespread protests and a disputed presidential election. Venezuelan society is characterized by a strong sense of community and social solidarity. The country has a relatively low level of income inequality compared to other countries in the region. However, the country has struggled with a high level of crime and violence, particularly in the capital city of Caracas. Venezuela is a highly urbanized country with over 80% of the population living in urban areas. The capital city, Caracas, is the largest city and accounts for about 20% of the country's population. Other major cities include Maracaibo, Valencia, and Maracay. Venezuela is divided into 23 states, each with its own capital city. The states are further divided into municipalities, which are responsible for providing local services such as education, healthcare, and infrastructure. Venezuela has a population of around 35 million people with a population density of about 37 people per square kilometers. The population is predominantly urban with over 80% living in urban areas. The official language of Venezuela is Spanish, but many Venezuelans also speak indigenous languages and English. Venezuela has a relatively high literacy rate with over 90% of the population able to read and write. Education is compulsory for children between the ages of 6 and 14. And the country has a member of universities and technical institutes. Venezuela has a relatively high unemployment rate, particularly among young people. However, the country has a number of industries that offer employment opportunities in oil and gas, manufacturing, and tourism. Venezuela has a diversified economy with a strong focus on oil and gas production, manufacturing, and agriculture. The country is also a significant producer of steel, aluminium, and other metals. Venezuela has significant mineral deposits including iron ore, copper, and gold. The country is also home to the Orinoco mining area, a major mining project that aims to exploit the country's mineral resources. Venezuela is a significant producer of agricultural products including coffee, cocoa, and sugarcane. The country is also home to a number of livestock farms which produce beef, pork, and chicken. Venezuela has several international airports including Simon Bolivar International Airport in Caracas and La Chinita International Airport in Maracaibo. The country is also served by several domestic airports. The best time to visit Venezuela is during the dry season, which runs from December to April. The weather is generally hot and humid, with average temperatures ranging from 25 degrees C to 30 degrees C. When visiting Venezuela, there are several do's and don'ts to keep in mind. Some of the do's include respecting local customs and traditions, trying local cuisine such as arepas and cachapas, visiting local markets and shopping for handicrafts, exploring the country's beautiful coastline and beaches. Some of the don'ts include not respecting local customs and traditions, not trying local cuisine, not learning some basic Spanish phrases, not being mindful of pickpocketing and petty theft in crowded areas. The flag of Venezuela consists of three horizontal stripes of yellow, blue, and red with a white five-pointed star in the center of the blue stripe. When planning a trip to Venezuela, it is a good idea to create an itinerary that includes a mix of culture, history, and outdoor activities. Some must-see destinations include Caracas, the capital city, Angel Falls, the highest waterfall in the world, Canaima National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Orinoco Delta, a vast network of rivers and canals, the Andes Mountains, a popular destination for hiking and trekking. Venezuela has a wide range of lodging options, from budget-friendly hostels and guest houses to luxury hotels and resorts. Some popular options include Hotel Alba Caracas, a luxury hotel in the capital city, Posada La Moraca, a charming guest house in Merida, Estancia La Cumbre, a rural Estancia Ranch in the Andes Mountains. Venezuela has experienced significant safety concerns in recent years, including high levels of crime and violence. Visitors should take precautions to ensure their safety, such as avoiding traveling alone at night, keeping valuables secure, and using a hotel safe or locker. Avoiding displaying signs of wealth, example, expensive jewelry or watches. Being mindful of pickpocketing and petty theft in crowded areas. The cost of living in Venezuela is relatively high compared to other countries in South America. However, the country has experienced significant economic instability in recent years, which has affected the cost of living. Visitors should be prepared for high prices for food and accommodations, limited availability of certain goods and services, frequent power outages, and water shortages. Venezuela has a complex relationship with other countries in the region, particularly the United States. The country has also experienced tensions with neighboring countries such as Colombia and Guyana. Venezuela has a significant oil industry, which is the country's main source of revenue. The country also has a number of other industries, including manufacturing, agriculture, and mining. Venezuela has a number of laws and regulations that visitors should be aware of, including strict currency controls, limited availability of certain goods and services, frequent power outages, and water shortages. Thank you for seeing this video. Please subscribe this channel and press bell button to get notifications of upcoming videos. Thank you.